wrong turn. No biggie. But yeah. So I've had experiences with them very, very small. This might be a good spot to stop. Because also what I've been told is that they use, and this is in my own personal experience too, that this is true. I have never had an experience very far from at least something like this. What I've been taught and what I've seen is that they use these things like highways. Because I mean, after all, you know, I mean, they're more animal than what we are, but they're still human. So they'll take advantage of the terrain and things like that. You'll notice if you keep your eyes open, especially the X's. I think my aunt had pointed out some of those that I even missed. Yeah, this might be a good spot. I might go back a little further in, or even further back this way into the road. That might be better set up. But yeah, so they definitely use these quite a bit. So keep an eye out for stuff like this. Try to hug your rivers and creeks and things like that when you're going through your areas or mapping an area out. You don't ever want to be far from this. And plus, you can't get lost. I mean, you can't mistake this for something else. Whereas, you know, if you're trying to jot down trees, because you know where I usually go, there's not any marks or anything. It's just wilderness. There's no trails like this. So you're having to like make a point of like funky looking trees and stuff like that. Well, it's harder to mistake this and get lost than it is some funky looking tree. So I'm looking at, as I'm looking around, and I'm noticing there's some stagnant water over here. And I'm wondering if, you know, with the temperature's higher, as if I fucking set up camp right here, if I don't get eaten alive by mosquitoes. So it'll either be here or back there. I might continue on just for the hell of it though, because it's just 1:30. So yeah, so I had experiences with very small ones, and I was discussing it with my friend, you know, much more experienced than me, and she has said that about that size, because I was very close. I was sitting down on the ground. I'll go over some of these stories when I get camp set up. And, you know, I was sitting down, so it was right next to me. I could have touched it if I'd wanted to. I just, you know, didn't. Because, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. You just stay really still. And, you know, that was about 2 to 3 foot tall, definitely. It was digging through my bag. And she said that something about that size, about that, you know, as active as it was very fast. Very, almost like a little monkey, just running around all over the place. Something like that is probably about 3 to 6 months in that range. She said that by the time that they get that age, they're already able to climb up trees and catch small animals like squirrels and things. They can catch them and eat them. So they're pretty well self-sufficient. It's pretty well a full-blown animal. Well, you know, not an animal, but it's a little survival machine. It's not like with us. You know, I mean, they're human too, but it's not like with us where they we can't really do anything until we're about 5, and then we're still kind of useless after that. Now for them, they grow very, very quickly, and they're very, very smart. I guess that's how they have to be. It's nice here. It's like a tamer version of where I usually go. So I was saying that, you know, well, we're talking 3 to 6 months was the last time that I'd had any interactions with those little dudes. You know, I left toys out and all that. Had a lot of fun. I mean, that was, I don't want to say that was the highlight of all those experiences, but it was definitely daggone up there. But now, so they're that big after, you know, just a few months. Now let's fast forward a year. It's been a year since I've had anything to do with any of them. How much has changed, I wonder, over that time period. To date, I've still never heard of anybody having experiences quite like those particular ones. Not with the kids. Never. Not from anybody. I mean, I've heard some pretty good ones, but not like that. Like, to me, the ones that I had were the most intense. There's another one where I was, you know, of course I always set my camp up, except for when it's very cold. I'll sleep right on the ground, but it's usually up just like what you saw earlier, where it's freaking, there's a tarp over it and everything. Well, I was laying there. I had 2 sleeping bags at the time. It was cold as piss out, and I'd worked all day, worked my hind end off, and I was tired, and I just wasn't having it. Little spider. I'm getting too into old memories, but so I'm laying there, and something comes walking down, you know, in the same fashion that they always do, very confident, very fast. Walks right up next to me, and that's better told when I get up near the tarp, but I'll say it anyway, damn it. It was probably she. There was, you know, there's the audio recording that I have, definitely feminine. I've always figured like a younger female in the group, and then there was an older one. But it kind of would pace back and forth, you know, kind of like that. I mean, right on top of me. I mean, it was right there, within arm's reach.